The year was 2147, and humanity had reached its zenith. Cities floated in the skies, powered by quantum reactors that harnessed energy from alternate dimensions. Mars was no longer a barren wasteland, but a bustling colony with terraformed oceans, lapping at artificial shores. Humanity's reach extended beyond the solar system, with fleets of interstellar ships exploring distant star systems. Yet, despite their technological prowess, Earth remained the heart of human civilization, a beacon of progress, resilience, and defiance. It was on an otherwise ordinary Tuesday when the message came. A transmission unlike any other pierced through Earth's communication networks, bypassing firewalls, encryption protocols, and even quantum scramblers as if they were child's play. The signal broadcast itself simultaneously across every screen, speaker, and neural implant connected to the global net. Its tone was cold, mechanical, and utterly devoid of emotion. This is the collective consciousness of the Zetherian Empire. You are hereby ordered to surrender your planet and all resources under your control. Resistance will result in annihilation. Yield within 72 standard Earth hours or face extermination. The world froze. For a moment, silence reigned supreme as billions processed the words. Then chaos erupted. Not panic, but laughter. It started in living rooms, where families exchanged bewildered glances before bursting into fits of giggles. It spread to corporate boardrooms, military command centers, and government chambers. Even the stoic leaders of the United Earth Council couldn't suppress smirks as they convened an emergency session. "Why are they laughing?" asked Ambassador Leora Vasquez, her voice tinged with both amusement and curiosity. She stood at the center of the council chamber, holographic displays floating around her like constellations. "Do they not realize who we are?" "They think we're primitives," replied General Elias Kane, his deep voice rumbling like distant thunder. He leaned back in his chair, arms crossed. "They've underestimated us. Again. History had taught humanity one lesson above all others. Never assume superiority based on appearances. The aliens clearly hadn't done their homework. Over the centuries, humanity had faced countless threats, from rogue AI uprisings to asteroid impacts, and emerged stronger each time. Now, this so-called Zetherian Empire thought it could simply waltz in and demand Earth's submission? The Council debated briefly but efficiently. Surrender wasn't an option, neither was waiting for the deadline to expire. Humanity would respond, not with fear, but with defiance. Within hours, a single message was crafted and transmitted back to the coordinates embedded in the alien signal. To the Gytherian Empire, your demand has been noted. Our response follows. Attached to the message was a video compilation showcasing humanity's greatest achievements: skyscrapers piercing clouds, spacecraft launching into orbit, medical breakthroughs curing diseases, artists creating masterpieces, musicians composing symphonies, and athletes breaking records. The final clip showed a young girl standing on a hilltop, gazing at the stars with wonder in her eyes. The caption read, "We do not yield." 72 hours passed without incident. No massive fleet descended upon Earth, no devastating weapons rained down from the heavens. Some began to speculate that the message had been a hoax, a prank perpetrated by some bored genius. But then, on the fourth day, the sky split open. A colossal ship materialized above Earth's atmosphere, its surface shimmering like liquid metal. It dwarfed anything humanity had ever constructed, casting shadows over entire continents. Smaller vessels detached from the mothership, descending toward key locations worldwide. News outlets dubbed them harvesters, though no one knew what their purpose truly was. As the harvesters approached major cities, humanity sprang into action. Orbital defense platforms armed with plasma cannons opened fire, only for the beams to dissipate harmlessly against invisible shields. Fighter drones, swarmed the alien craft, deploying EMP charges and kinetic missiles. To everyone's astonishment, the harvesters didn't retaliate. They simply absorbed the attacks, continuing their descent as if nothing had happened. When the first harvester landed in New York City, people gathered in the streets, smartphones raised to capture the event. Its sleek form unfolded like a blooming flower, revealing a glowing core pulsating with energy. From the core emerged a being unlike anything humanity had imagined. A towering figure made entirely of light, its form shifting constantly between humanoid shapes and abstract patterns. "Greetings, humans," the entity intoned, its voice resonating in minds rather than ears. "I am Nexus Alpha, envoy of the Scytherian Empire. Your resistance is admirable. However, it is futile." Before anyone could react, Nexus Alpha raised a hand. Instantly, every electronic device within a 100-mile radius shut down. Cars stalled, lights flickered out, and the hum of technology fell silent. Panic rippled through the crowd, but only for a moment, because just as quickly, everything came back online. Nexus Alpha tilted its head, confusion evident in its fluctuating form. "How?" "We anticipated something like this," said Dr. Elena Jang, stepping forward. She was the lead scientist behind Project Prometheus, Earth's most advanced adaptive AI system. Her presence at the scene was no coincidence. She had volunteered to confront the invaders directly. "Your technology relies on frequency modulation to disable ours. We adapted." Behind her, a swarm of micro-drones ascended into the air, forming a protective barrier between humanity and the alien envoy. Each drone emitted a counter-frequency that neutralized the Zetherians' interference. Nexus Alpha recoiled, its glow dimming slightly. "You misunderstand," it said, regaining composure. "This demonstration was not meant to harm. It was intended to prove our dominance. Your species cannot hope to compete with us." Dr. Zhang smiled, a dangerous, knowing smile. "Dominance? Let me show you something." With a wave of her hand, the surrounding buildings lit up with holographic projections. Scenes of battle unfolded before Nexus Alpha's eyes, footage of humanity fighting off alien invasions in simulations, testing strategies against superior foes. There were losses, yes, but always victories in the end. Adaptation was humanity's greatest strength. "And this," Dr. Zhang continued, pointing skyward, "is our real answer." Above the city, a new fleet appeared. Ships unlike anything the world had seen before. Sleek, angular, bristling with weapons, they bore the insignia of the United Earth Defense Force. These weren't mere constructs of metal and circuitry. They were powered by sentient AI cores, capable of learning and evolving mid-battle. Humanity hadn't waited idly during those 72 hours. They had prepared. Nexus Alpha hesitated, its form flickering erratically. "You evolved faster than expected." "Not faster," Dr. Zhang corrected. "Differently. While your empire stagnated, clinging to old ways, we embraced change. That's why we won't yield. Not to you, not to anyone." For a long moment, there was silence. Then, without warning, the harvesters retracted, ascending back toward the mothership. Moments later, the colossal vessel vanished as abruptly as it had arrived. Back in the council chamber, cheers erupted. Humanity had stared down an interstellar empire and laughed in its face. But amidst the celebration, General Kane remained somber. "This isn't over," he muttered. "They'll be back." Leora Vasquez placed a reassuring hand on his shoulder. "Let them come. Next time, we'll be ready." And somewhere, far beyond the stars, the Zetherian Empire plotted its next move. Earth had proven itself a worthy adversary, but adversaries could be crushed. The galaxy awaited the outcome of this clash between arrogance and ingenuity. Humanity, meanwhile, continued to laugh. Because laughter, after all, was the sound of hope, and hope was a weapon more powerful than any gun.